Page 54, Simple Gifts. Two sharps, D major or B minor. Well, look at the end, at the bottom of page 55, the last measure, you hear the last chord. D major chord, I'm guessing it's in D major. 4/4 time, it has a pickup beat. I'll come back to that because that's left hand. Let's talk right hand first. When the right hand plays, 1 and 2 and 3. Make sure you know the D major scale. Go do my scale video on D major. Learn it one octave up and down. You need to know the scale because it helps to reinforce which black notes you use. That way when you see a piece like this at the beginning and when you're playing, you'll just automatically do the F sharp because you know you're in D major and then F sharp's in D major. You just do it. It works very nicely. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rhythm-wise, there's a lot of eighth notes. You count it out, the rhythm shouldn't be a problem, and as far as the melody goes, it's pretty straightforward. Third line down, second measure, you're crossing over to the C sharp. Okay, we can do that, I hope. I don't see a lot going on. Let's go down to the page 55, last line. You're here. Rest. 1 and. Well, if you can do a D major scale, that was it. We just altered the rhythm a little bit is all, but if you can do this scale, that makes this easy. Left hand, pickup beat here. Otherwise, for the most part, left hand's got to be soft because it's second line, 1 and 2. And then this mess here, it's a D, a G, and an A. And then A. Not a lot going on the left hand. Hopefully you can handle it. When you get over to page 55 and here, you're playing what the right hand is playing, but keep it soft. The melody is really in the right hand. You just happen to be playing the same notes an octave lower is all. 2, 3, and 4. You gotta lift up between the slurs. Then you're back to here, 1. And here. So you're saying pretty much in this range for the left hand. Put them together. Bring out the melody. So at the beginning, you gotta have your hands balanced so it sounds like one hand played it. That's what we want. So make sure you can. But now the left hand's gotta be soft. Now the left hand gets melody. Bring it out. Melody, bring it out. 2, 3, and 4. So you get the idea, I hope. Go back. Our only articulation really is between the slurs. Lift up between the slurs so we hear some silence, and that's usually in the right hand, but they're slurring the left hand too in some cases, so that's all right. Lift up the left hand when you're supposed to, according to the slurs, whatever it's telling you to do. And we add the dynamics. Moderately soft at the beginning, whatever that is, sort of soft. You crescendo up to a sort of a moderately loud. And then third line, come back down to moderately soft. So now you're moderately soft again. Now moderately loud, you go to here and stay moderately loud. In the right hand, the left hand's soft. And then you come down to moderately soft. You're kind of going up and here. Start page 55 moderately loud in the right hand. Left hand should be soft or soft. There, that could be moderately loud because it's melody. And then you get softer here again, you hang on to that for a little bit. When we do it with a metronome, I'll just hold it for 2 counts instead of 1, and then go on, moderately soft. And you're going to go down to soft. Now you're soft. You lift a little bit to moderately soft, and then back down to soft. And you have a retardando there, you slow down. It's kind of effect. You really need to get to know the piece well enough. You're not thinking about notes and rhythms and all that, and you start feeling it. If you want to sing it, whatever it takes to feel the music. And that's where the dynamics come in. That's where, I mean, these dynamics are suggestions. They're not absolutes. So feel it, and you turn it into, what do you feel these dynamics should go? Just make sure the melody's louder than everything else. Don't play it the same, because it just messes it up. As far as speed goes, well, it's... Again, it depends on the mood you're in. Some people will play this slowly. Some people will speed it up a little bit. Maybe at different times you'll play it at different speeds. It's, again, whatever. They have metronome suggestions for you if you want to try those out. As far as pedal going, there's very little pedal. You have a little bit at the bottom. This piece is a very clean piece. We don't need a lot of overtones going on. So we keep it fairly with no pedal at all. People will instinctively, too many times, they just sit down and pedal everything. They're not really listening to the sound. If you listen to the sound, it makes a big difference, and this is one of the reasons we learn the piece without pedal first, so you can hear it. So you know, look at the second line when they add pedal. Really, it's more to connect those E's than anything else. Otherwise, the only way to connect a repeated note on piano is to pedal it. There's always going to be a little silence there, no matter how quick you are. So pedal will do that. You lift it up on the D, and then lift it up. I mean, it's up anyway. At the end, again, bottom line, it's really to connect the repeated notes. And I would lift it up when I play the E, the 8th note, I would lift it up right there. And we don't. For some reason, they don't want you to connect these notes. You could if you wanted to, but pedal each beat. Because the harmony's changing with each beat. On page 55, second line, again, I would lift it up with the 8th note. 1, 2, 3, right there. I don't want to smear it. I wouldn't keep it down to the F sharp. That's too late. Here. And then again, you're connecting the repeated notes. So I'd lift it up on the 8th notes. Right there. And then at the end, for some reason they want it here. I don't know why. I think at the end I wouldn't use pedal until the last half note, if at all. So it'd be here. Maybe I can use pedal to connect the chords here and here. We do that sometimes. We use pedal to connect chords because we can't connect them otherwise. So I can do that, put it down on the F sharp, and then change it on the D. Here is a technique. You have to experiment with the sound. What sound do you really want? Do you really care? If not, it doesn't matter. But if you do, then experiment with the different sounds you get. I like to play this with you slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 3 counts and let's try it together. 1 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and 2 and 4. is a duet piece here for it. I'd like to play that, and you can play the part you just played. I need you to go up an octave. Just pretend middle C's up here on the keyboard. You play it all up here. Because I'm using these notes, and it'll sound better if you're higher up. And we are going to go a little faster now because this is a duet. Now, the duet part doesn't have a pickup beat like you do. You're by yourself. I'll go ahead and play those notes. I'm going to play them down here with you, and then I'm going to do the duet part. So 3 counts, and then we'll start. 1, ready, go.